Don't let anybody think, regardless of how close they might be to you or who they are to or whatever, don't let them think like, oh, you're doing this for free because of this, that, and the third. If anything, if you rock with me heavy, you should want to support my business. You should want to pay me overs on what I'm asking for.
Preach. I ain't got shit for a nigga. Ain't nothing in this motherfucking world free.
Girls love Beyonce. Girls love to fuck with your conscience. Girls hate when niggas go.
What's poppin'? It's your girl Custom Zai, and I'm back with another video. Today, I am going to be talking about the few times that I got scammed, or not even necessarily scammed, but just like did work and didn't get paid for it type shit. So yeah, I'm just talking about my experiences and how to like not have that happen to you, you know? Just to like let this be a safe space for artists. Like if this did happen to you, like do not feel bad. It's a part of the game. Especially when you first getting into it, like doing commissions and stuff like that. Do not feel like, oh, like don't be discouraged by it, because it's something that a lot of artists actually go through, and really just people in general. Like we live in a day and age where like it's so easy to like pose, pretend you're something you're not, and just, you know, and take advantage of people for whatever reason, especially over the internet, over virtual connections, all of that. Yeah, so I'm just finna, yeah, get into it. So let's start with the first time I ever got like scammed. So, and I was kind of like thinking, I wasn't hesitant at all, because I don't give no fucks. Like, I literally don't. I don't. But I was just like thinking like, damn, like do I want to talk about this or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Boom. So I had this person, somebody I knew or whatever. No, somebody I know. They wanted me to do a commission and paint them or whatever. So I'm like, cool. Like, it had been a minute since I talked to that person or whatever, but I just knew them, you know, they was cool with somebody I was locked in with, whatever. I don't even gotta get into all of that. But anyways, I'm like, cool, yeah. The thing is, this person though, they have like, they got a little bit of clout or whatever, you know, followers, money, you know, all of the above, whatever. So yeah, but you know, they from where I'm from type shit. Well, not really, but you know, same city or whatever. And like, yeah, I knew them or whatever. Like I said, they was locked in with people I was locked in with, boom boom. So I'm like, cool, I'm not thinking nothing of it, you know? And the reason why I'm saying like, oh, they had clout and money or whatever, is because I thought back on the situation. I'm like, maybe they did me that because they felt like I was gonna try to like take advantage of them or whatever, like just wanting them to post it so I could get some. But I mean, they was saying they was gonna do that anyways, and they did do that. Actually, the crazy thing is, well, 2 out of the 3 people I'm finna talk about, they did like post the work or whatever, but they just never paid for it and never got it. Well, no, one of them, the first one, did get it. Yeah. So anyways, so I got with them or whatever. They gave me the reference. I came up with something. Boom. I did the painting. So the person, they lived in a whole nother state. And so yeah, so I said, cool, like I ship out my work too. Like I could ship it to you or whatever. So I shipped it to them. So that like brought up the price that I was charging them for the work or whatever. Mind you, the prices for my work at the time were already dumb low. I've raised my prices since then, but at the time I was underselling the hell out of myself. That's my first like thing that I want to say to artists watching this. Don't undersell yourself ever by any means, because do the math. Number one, you pay for your supplies or whatever. Even if you don't necessarily pay for your supplies, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't, act like you do and account for that as you do your pricing, and account for how much you would want to pay yourself per hour that you work on that piece type shit. And yeah, don't undersell it. You could get a warehouse job for what, 20 something an hour. 20, the most I've ever heard somebody making at a warehouse job, no more than like 25. So if somebody could do some simple ass shit in a warehouse and get paid 25 an hour, you need to pay yourself a good hefty amount an hour. Not like a good hefty crazy, but like, you know, a good amount an hour for the work that you do. Because what you do is, I guarantee it's harder than some mindless shit that you do in a warehouse type shit. I don't care. Like, it's common sense. And I had to tell myself that, and I'm still learning that, because I'm pretty sure my prices are still pretty low compared to like what I could be charging, especially somebody with a degree, with an illustration degree. Like, yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. So yeah, so the painting itself wasn't that much. This person got money, got clout, got all of it, and I also shipped it to them from a whole nother state. So that brought up the price. But the whole time I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm doing all of this just for this person. Maybe they could be shiesty, maybe they gonna do me this. Like, I didn't think anything negative of the situation. I'm just delivering. So I shipped off the paint. I finished the painting. I actually sent them a picture of it, and that's when they like posted or whatever. And then when I actually shipped it to them. So time after time, I asked this person like, okay, like the payment. And it's like, nah, it's something. It was always like an excuse. Yeah. And I was thinking, like, what could be the excuse? You big money, big baller, big. Like, you up there, you made it type shit. Like, what's really the holdup? And this is where I started thinking, like, maybe he thinks like because we was locked in. We was never locked in. I mean it was never like a, oh, this my dog type shit. It was just like mutual connections, you know. And it, yeah. But either way, if somebody thought that you was doing them a favor, then that should be what it is from jump. If somebody thinks that you're doing some work for them as a gift, then that needs to be established from jump on both ends. It was never established like that, ever. It was always just the like, oh, can I get some work? And can you ship it to me? Boom, bada boom, told them the prices, all that. Like, it was supposed to be a client relationship. Never on no like gifting and freebie, nothing of that nature. And to be quite honest, I don't really do that much anyways. Like, I'll do gifts, but mostly on like holidays or a person's birthday, but never just cuz. I'm not just doing stuff that I look at as my business just cuz. I was thinking like maybe it was like that type of situation, or maybe like I said, they got salty last minute and was like, oh, she's just trying to use me for something. I don't know. I just had all these different theories as to why this person did not pay me. And the bottom line is they probably never intended to. Never wanted to. Never was going to. Never had it in their plans. Yeah. So, yeah. So I say that to say, with that situation, don't, like I said, if you're doing business with somebody or whatever, let it be that, and let that be known from jump. Don't let anybody think, regardless of how close they might be to you or who they are to or whatever, don't let them think like, oh, you're doing this for free because of this, that, and the third. If anything, if you rock with me heavy, you should want to support my business. You should want to pay me overs on what I'm asking for. It's crazy that this happened to me so many times. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is, because I bet this shit won't happen again. Deposits. Do deposits on stuff, because I guarantee you somebody's less likely to play around with something that they already put money down on. So that's why I learned, like, deposits are essential. You might think like, oh, I don't have to do a deposit with this person because I know that they got me or whatever. No. No, nobody got you. Nobody's special. Nobody, no. Anytime you do business with somebody, have them do a deposit. It could be 30% of the full price, half. Some people do half. But yeah, have a deposit because you need to be getting paid for the work that you do in the meantime before they give you the full payment. Say if like I didn't have any inventory to do the piece before I started, like get on the process of making the final, like I need that deposit to go get the stuff. Otherwise I'm paying out of pocket and that's just not gonna work. Always get a deposit. Always, what Moneybagg said, hate when business turn personal, pay the standard fee. Not sit up here and think that you can just be giving out freebies, because otherwise your business is never going to make money, because what, everybody's family, everybody's cool. No, don't do that. Do not do that. That's what I took away from that situation. Next, I had another situation where basically the same thing minus the like shipment part. I had did a painting for this person, and I had showed them the final and everything. They was like, oh, they loved it, posted it, all that. And the third week went by, they supposed to be getting paid me, never happened. Another week went by, still was asking for the payment, never happened. So yeah, but that piece I never gave to them, like they never got it. So that's good, I guess, because I could always paint over it or whatever. But it's just the time, commitment, effort that I had put in to getting it done in the first place that bothers me, you know. Just avoid all of that and have people pay a deposit. So even if they end up not getting it or not paying the rest or whatever, you still got paid for, like I said, the time, the commitment, the effort that you put in on your end, regardless if they even got it. So yeah. And then also, yeah, people are less likely to pull out of something that they already put money on type shit. So yeah. And then the last time that happened to me, you wouldn't believe, I did not one, not two, but 3 portrait paintings for somebody for Christmas. It was supposed to be like Christmas gifts or whatever. So imagine the holidays. I already got whatever I got going on. And I'm trying to hurry up and get this shit done for somebody for their little Christmas gifts or whatever. They steady telling me, oh, boom, boom, boom. Lies. And I sit there, do the work, get it done in a timely manner. They never got none of them paintings. But like I said, time, commitment, effort, out the window, not paid for, not accounted for. So that is again where I should have had them do a deposit. And actually after the first painting, that's just ridiculous, honestly. Good thing is I was still able to get like some content out of the situations. Like I was able to post like, oh, paintings I did for people, portraits, So yeah, I mean, it's still a benefit. And like, I'm an artist, I'm gonna be drawing and painting every day anyway, so it's not like it's like something that I wouldn't have done anyways. But it's like I could have did something different, you know. I didn't have to sit here and talk to your bald-headed ass. That's what those situations taught me. Also, so those were just situations where like I did the work for people, real people who really wanted paintings or whatever, and they just never paid for them type shit. This is from the editing room. I forgot a whole nother experience, and I feel like I needed to put it in here because this is something where it wasn't even like a scam type of thing or like me doing the work and then they just never pay type shit, but it was more so something where the person just decided that they didn't like it and never went through with like the whole process of so it was a situation where they gave me the reference, and this is where I talk about all the time. When people ask you to do work and they give you a shitty ass reference and expect you to pull something out of your ass, something out of your paint water, that's supposed to be exactly what they want. Like that episode on My Wife and Kids where Jay was like, that don't look like me. And then he painted Halle Berry. She was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Like, that's literally this type of situation. Is they didn't like it because they gave me a picture and I painted the picture. And they thought it was going to look like something else. I'm not sure. So yeah, with that, I would say make sure that you establish like exactly what type of reference you need from your clients. Like, don't let them give you anything and just be like, okay, like, it's all about communication. Be very specific with like how you need the reference to be. Make sure the reference that they give you and their final idea of how they want the piece to look align in some type of way, because otherwise where the hell else are you supposed to get a portrait of somebody from? Like, how would you know, and also your revision process. Make sure you establish what your revision process is. Let people know, like, okay, I'm going to give you this many drafts, and you need to tell me, like, what's going on, what you need me to do, what you need me to change each time, because you can't sit there and keep revising the same shit over that's not changing. I can't make your nose smaller unless you explicitly say, I have a fat ass nose, can you please make it smaller? But there have also been times where Instagram scammers, social media scammers, they not just on Instagram. It's basically like bot accounts, and they'll be like, hello, are your commissions open? And then you go to their page and it's like Michael Watson, and then it's like a whole bunch of foreign shit or just like random shit. I don't know. They be trying so hard to look like a real person, but it's not. Like, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is. I don't know what they be trying to do. It's just bullshit. But then they'll like send you a $3,000 check and be like, oh, something, my region won't let me do a bank transfer unless it's like this, so you gotta send back. Just scam likely. I don't know why Instagram don't have that feature where like they can weed out these people, because that really is an issue, and that's something that a lot of like business owners and artists especially go through, to where like, oh my goodness, like they can't even trust people coming into their DMs to ask for a commission, because they might automatically think it's a scam, because there's so many of those. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And the first time I encountered one, I didn't know nothing about it, because I'm like, I had just started, well, not just started doing commissions, but really just started getting into my art account and just like trying to build consistent clientele, stuff like that. So I remember just being so excited. Like, I'm like, thank you God, I got a commission through my DM. Oh my goodness, like people are knowing about me. Like, aw. Like, every artist is really gonna have that moment where it's just like, oh, like you thought. That's so sad. Your ass finna get scammed. That's when I realized it was a scam, when they started talking about like the check stuff, and it just looked fake. Like, everything just looked fake. It just sounded dumb. Another thing they'll try to do is like, oh, I want to use an image on your page for inspiration and you'll get paid from, just bruh, they be saying anything. Like, you have to watch out for that. Like, if you're an artist, tread lightly with people contacting you through your social media for commission work. So my next tip is like, I've heard other artists say this too. Like, when you first start doing your commissions, you should start with like family or just like people close to you. But as y'all just heard me say, people will be close to you and still not pay you. Still play with your time, and all of that. So honestly, I think, like I said, my best advice would be to do deposits, and then be very direct, like with your communication about your prices and what you're willing to do, what you're trying to do, what the interaction is gonna be. And then yeah, when it comes to like strangers on social media and stuff like that, just tread lightly. Honestly, I don't have like a 100% way to avoid things like that, but yeah, you just gotta be careful and you gotta trust your intuition. If something seems like weird with the conversation, even the way that people type will tell you like, oh, this is a bot, like, oh, this is a scammer, this isn't real, this is just somebody doing their little routine. Like, comment down below if you have more tips on like how to not get scammed as an artist, because I feel like I really don't have much to say. I mean, I do. Those are the few tips that I do have, and those might seem like givens to some people, but like I said, I was one of them who did not get it. Took me a minute to get it, obviously. So yeah, hopefully if you're an artist just now starting, you come across this video and I can help you like not go through the stuff that I went through, because that stuff is very discouraging. It's very like, just what the fuck, like why me? Like why did you, what was the point, you know? Like, I can't stand stuff like that. I always say that like scammers, them is the weakest. Like, you weak as hell if you scam. I'm sorry. Like, period. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you talking about. You weak as hell. Like, there's so many ways to make money, so many ways to get the shit that you want, and you want to play with somebody. Unless you're like scamming the government, do you? I love that. Like, fuck the system. But you scamming innocent people, people trying to make a living, people just doing what they do, like, and you playing with their time, playing with their energy, playing with their everything, money, all of that. That's fucked up. Like, I don't fuck with that at all. So yeah, you're a bitch if you scam. I mean, honestly, if you can't walk up and take something off somebody straight face to face, you gotta play with them behind their back indirect to get the shit that you want, you lame as hell, period. That's all I gotta say. Fuck a scammer. Like I said, unless you fucking with the system, that's cool, but like individuals, that's lame as fuck. So that's all I have to say about this topic. I hope y'all rocked with this video, and with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.